Tell me more about well, I don't know, I'm sure that you've seen grace in your family, your country. Tell me more about this grace there, how it works, how you perceive it, how it makes you feel you.
Indian fashion is a very important aspect and is very close to my heart. And I feel a lot of pride when I'm representing an Indian brand. It's because of the grace and the beauty of each garment that's made, especially how it's appreciated today worldwide, from
Yeah.
a lehenga to a sari. And it's just, there's something about Indian fashion. It is grace overall, it's just there's so much to offer, from the time you pick a fabric to the weavers, to the artisans who are sitting and making the garment. It's grace all the way to the person, to the ultimate result of the person wearing it.
Give me an example. I'm so curious.
Like, just for example, a sari, right? It's a traditional garment of India, right? Uh, so many women in India wear it, and they're so proud of wearing a sari because it represents our Indian culture so beautifully. So just the way the sari is draped, the way the sari is draped, and the elegance of the way it's worn, and I think there's something about that as soon as you see it, you say, "Oh my God, this looks so beautiful. This looks so graceful." And the way the person is carrying it makes it look so graceful when they walk and
Mhm.
when they,
Yeah.
and you can see. I mean, it's not like Western fashion isn't great, but when you take an Indian garment to a red carpet or so, it automatically draws that attention that it's like, oh my God, this is a sari on the red carpet. And nothing makes us more proud than to see a sari or a lehenga, which is an Indian skirt, you know,
Mhm.
eh, on the red carpet. It just makes us so proud of where India has come and the respect India is getting
Yeah.
for making those beautiful garments. So
Yeah.
it goes right back to the artisans, the creativity of the artisans, the designers, and um to be able to bring India to the forefront. I
Yeah.
feel like it's all connected. I don't know if I've given you a good example of what all this is, but the crux of it is Indian fashion is very graceful by itself. Any Indian
Yeah.
piece brings so much. You can just see the creativity, looking at it. You can see the beadwork, you can see the zari, or even if even if it's a silk sari, it's made with so much of thought process, and it's coming, and India has so much to offer. It comes from different parts of India, right? You have North India, you have South India, you have Eastern India, you have Western India, and all these parts of India have something special to offer. Like, even from the silks to the zari to the embroidery, it's like it's just so vast.
Yeah.
India, like a sea, there's just so much they
Yeah.
have to offer,
Yeah.
and sari is a staple, lehengas, these are the garments you probably recognize. A
Yes.
sari, and
Yeah.
there's a lehenga. But there are
Mhm.
so many other fabrics and embroideries that are specific to certain parts of India.
Wow.
That, yes.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I totally understand that. And as I told you from the beginning, I see grace in a sari. It's like
Very great.
I
It's a very beautiful piece. And in today's time, Sylvia, they're doing so much with this sari. They're blending South Asian fashion with contemporary fashion. They are making it fashionable to not just the traditional garment, but taking the traditional piece of a sari and combining it and making it look like an Indo-Western look, which is so amazing, to making it more wearable, not just for the Indian community, but to make it appreciated worldwide. And I do a lot of fusion looks myself, and I
Mm.
love how they have these different options for sari. Like, you can wear a ready-made sari. Now, for someone who doesn't know how to make the pleats of a sari, which is a art, to tie a sari is an art, a traditional sari. So now they're simplifying it, how you can wear it with just the help of a clip. You kind of just get the same feel that you're wearing a traditional garment, but the ease of wearing it rather than draping it, because not everyone is going to know how to drape a sari.
Absolutely.
So I like where Indian fashion is taking it, and it's still a very graceful piece because It has those traditional elements, but it's combined using the modern elements to it as well.
And do you remember your first moment of grace in this way?
Yes, I'm going to take you back to my school days. I was in 11th grade and we had a sort of a party, a farewell party. We had it in 10th, actually in 12th grade, we had a farewell party and everyone was allowed to dress. Kind of, we were leaving school and moving to college. That was like our farewell party. So the school was throwing us a party and everybody could wear what they want. I chose to wear my mom's silk sari, a very traditional Indian sari that is a very uh, South Indian, it's a pattu sari. They call it a pattu sari, which is very traditional to South India. So I wore my mom's sari to the
Party.
farewell party. And that's my first memory of enjoying wearing a sari actually. I was a very, very traditional piece. I wish I had a picture of it, but that's my first memory of wearing a sari.
It's so funny because when my daughter graduated from high school and they had the same kind of parties,
Yes,
I recommended her to wear a traditional Romanian skirt, and
for me.
she was fantastic. Everybody wanted to, all the teachers, the professors there wanted to take pictures with her because it was a function, yeah. But yeah, at these parties, everybody wants to look
Yes,
uh, in different ways, and
yes,
nobody
yes,
is approaching this traditional costume, So
of course. So yeah, it instantly makes you feel special. I felt like because I've never worn it, so I felt like very different in it. And I wanted to take a professional picture. I remember in school in the sari because I was like, I don't look like this, and it gave me the opportunity to wear my traditional garment and look and feel great in it. You know,
yeah. But besides Eddie, now, is there another type of grace that you remember seeing, or a woman that inspired you through times to your experience to say, "Wow, this is grace"?
I am not. I was. I am always inspired by Iris Apfel, and I always loved her style. And I was deeply saddened that I didn't get to meet her even once before she died. And I really wish she was one person I really, really wish I had a chance to meet. And I thought she was full of grace, beauty, style, edge. I have so many words for her. She was just someone whose style I really loved. So
Wow,
she
yeah,
is a full of grace.
well,
And
yeah, complete,
she
yeah,
was a complete person.
yeah.
And there are so many people who give you that feeling, but I'm trying to think who else.
But in which way Iris has inspired you?
Her sense of style, the way she carried herself, you know, she had a certain way she always dressed, her style, the colors and the pieces. And she always, what really I liked was she did what she wanted to do. Whether anybody else loved her style or not, she loved her style. She loved what she was putting together. And that was the most impressive part about her. The bold, beautiful,
And maybe this boldness comes with age, I suppose, with
maybe
experience.
confidence, but I just loved her. Loved
Mhm.
everything, the way she used to speak, so straightforward, and she just spoke her mind. I love that.
Absolutely.
That-
And style, tell me about your style. Did your style change through years? From, let's say, had this style that you are showing now, you had it from the beginning?
Um, I wouldn't say, I think I've grown and changed as a person. I always loved fashion. I always was very fashionable. But over the years, I think my confidence and not giving, just on not caring what anyone else thinks and being able to put what I like together has come in the recent years. where I'm not letting any other outside force affect my choices of what I want to wear. And that has come over time. Being fashionable, yes, I always had that. But what I'm doing today, and, you know, the total freedom of expression came only in the last few years. And that helped with being a content creator, just gave me that space to just, to just do what I want. And I don't let
Mhm.
it, or no one even tries rather to, tell me what to do or what not to do. I'm at that point in my life where I'm just going to do what I want to do. And, and I have my supporters, and the ones who don't, that's their own thing. So, this process, it's taken me a long time to get here. It was
Mhm.
not, it's not something that was always there. The bold looks, or whatever you want to call my looks to be, the uniqueness that comes, it's all, you have to have that freedom of thought process, the freedom of space, which I think I have now. Maybe it wasn't there before. I don't know.
Yeah. And can you give me an I don't know, one or two words to define grace?
To define grace,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like grace is within every one of us. It's like it. All of us have that grace in us. Some people show it from the way they dress, and for me, I feel like it's more than outer beauty. It's the inner beauty of the person that somehow shows through. It's the beauty and elegance, not just on the outside, but on the inside as well. I've been thinking about this for a few days of how I define it, right? And, since I got your message, I've been kind of thinking about it, like what exactly would grace mean to me? So, I feel like it's grace is like skin deep. It's more than the outer beauty, also the inner beauty of somebody. That's what I feel grace is, and how you portray yourself, it automatically gives that energy to the person of what your thing is, like what you are as a person.